story in lit circle groups. So you're going to have 4, if not 5 people in your group. One group will have 5 because just the oddball. Anyway, as you read the story, you're going to start off, it's going to be silent while everybody takes a few minutes, reads the story, about 20, 30 minutes once people finish the story. Then, as you're reading, you're going to be working on different assignments. If you've done lit circle groups before, everybody has a different job as you read through the story. Okay, so when you get in your groups of 4, I'll give you this packet, and you guys can divvy out the jobs. They are as follows. You might need a summarizer in your group, and that job's just what it sounds like. You summarize the story. I've created an organizer here with sections because what I often get with summarizer is one sentence. This is a story about, and then this happens. Take it in at least 5 little chunks here. The next job that you can have is being the questioner. And what questioner does is comes up with questions, just like it sounds. Your job is to develop a list of questions that your group might want to discuss about the short story. Don't worry about small details. Don't ask me what the main character's favorite color is, or anything trivial like that. Come up with good questions like, why do you think the main character does Job 3 is connector, which is kind of my favorite job because I like to make connections. But your job is to find connections between the story and you, or the story in the wider world. Does the story remind you of something else you've read? Does it remind you of something you've seen on TV? Does one of the characters remind you of someone you know this before? You get to find the significant quotes, passages, etc. in the story. Any special selections or quotations for your group to talk over. The idea is to help people go back to especially interesting, powerful, funny, puzzling, or important sections in the story. You need to include page number and paragraph of your quote, and enough words that you guys can find it again, because you're going to find it, and you're going to write why you chose it, but then you're going to discuss it with your group mates, and it says also include what your group discussed once you point the passage out to them. So do all those jobs make sense? And I'll write them up here on the board too while you're reading, so in case anybody forgets what to do. All right? Questions? Okay, move and get with your groups. Put your desks together so that you have a common workspace. Yeah, you can stop it while you guys have your desk.
About how it flooded on the low road and flooded everything, and about in front of Mary's Pit Barbecue on Hurricane Creek Road and stuff where it always floods right there whenever it rains. And about the little town would be like Gurley or Maysville. And then the grocery store would be like Piggly Wiggly.
So you thought of home. That's good. All right. Very cool.
Not give any of her roses away. Why does she greet a lot of people? Why is she so rude? Who and why destroys her flowers? And what is Miss Strangeworth suggesting in her letters?
Okay. So guys, group mates, what do you think about these questions?
Pretty good. I actually wrote down.
Discuss answers for them. Like, why does Mrs. Strangeworth not give any of her roses away? What does that tell you about her as a character?
She's stingy. She's selfish.
Okay, stingy, selfish, set in her ways, possibly. Okay. Why does she greet a lot of people, though? That's kind of conflicting. She won't give anybody roses, but yet when she's walking through town, she's like, oh, hey, how are you?
She kind of knows everybody already.
Maybe the roses have something more to do with the story.
Okay. What is
They
it?
might have a deeper meaning there.
Okay. She feels like she's obligated somehow to greet everybody. Why is that?
Because she has a mother.
Okay, her family's like a big to-do in the town, so maybe she feels like it's her civic duty, to be like a greeter at the, okay. What is Miss Strangeworth suggesting in her letters? Why does she even write them?
So she could get people to realize what's going on.
Yeah, and how does she get her information? Did you guys catch that in the story?
Not sure.
I don't remember that one.
They have to do with the guy at the store.
Okay, sometimes the guy at the store, mostly it's like hearsay, like rumors. She gets her information and then she passes it on as if it is fact because she feels, like it's her duty to let them know that there might be something going on. What does that tell you about her?
literary literature. She doesn't really do anything besides read
And then section 2, everybody, because they're expecting this out of Stanford no matter how rich he was, and most kids were taught to respect their
Section 3, Miss Strangworth was
The spur reminds me of the movie Cyberbully because it's Alan Strangworth is bullying people along with it, just like in the movie. The only difference is
about all that you want to do.
I didn't even finish my. The only difference is that Cyberbully
Miss Strangworth
is
told
done.
her watch out for what you
Online.
Yeah, the last one I put is.
Okay, light blue people. Give me the first major event that happens in the story. The first thing you wrote is part of your summary.
I put Miss Strangworth was 71 years old.
Okay, Miss Strangeworth, we meet her. She is 70 what? 71 years old. Where does she live? Name of the town, anybody? She lives on Pleasant Street, okay. Anything else I need to know about her?
I put Miss Strangworth.
Okay, for your second thing? What does her daily routine seem to consist of?
Greeting everyone.
Alright, lives a quiet life, seems to be a kind of like matron of the town, right? She greets everyone, everyone knows her, alright, etc., etc. Second part of the story, after we meet her, we learn this about her. How about somebody from the orange group? What else do I need to know about the story? From this point, we've met her, we know that she, lives in this town, and she's a pillar of the town.
Her grandfather built the first house on Pleasant Street.
Okay, we learned that she has a history in the town. Very good. Grandfather built the first house. She is proud of that history. She won't loan out her roses to just anybody. Okay? All of that. Part 3, Noah. How about y'all's group? Taylor, who is your questioner? Okay, Taylor, give me a question.
What happened to her roses?
What happened to them? Okay, again, we have to make an inference to figure out what happened to them. We can only conclude. When she finds a letter that says, this used to be your roses, what do we assume happened to them?
They got destroyed.
Somehow destroyed, chopped down, okay, ran over. Maybe they got on a go-kart and did wheelies in them, I don't know. But we can figure out that they were
What if they
destroyed.
just took them?
What if they just took them? Dug them up?
Started playing them everywhere.
Yeah, put them everywhere. That would really eat her up, wouldn't it? Okay? If they took the pieces. All right, 2 more
Burn
questions.
'em.
Front group, who is your questioner? Taylor?
Oh, me.
Okay.
I said, what did she suggest in her letters?
What did she suggest in her letters? What sorts of things did she suggest in her letters?
People needed help.
Okay, that people needed help. Specifically,